So I've had the flu for the past like 5 days. But then my back started acting up on Saturday. Not super fun when you work with babies and you have to pick them up the whole time. So I went to a Thai spa massage place and I was like, okay, can you just do like a neck, back, and shoulder massage for me? And the amount of places I'm hurt now that I wasn't before, I was just like, what's happening here? Clearly, I've been carrying stress all over my body and I don't even realize it. But the funniest part, not funny, haha, funny, interesting part, is that she massaged my buttocks most of the time. And I was just like, okay, clearly that's where the pain is coming from. Maybe it's because I'm sitting so much, because I'm like writing and we're doing the podcast and all that stuff. But I was like, am I going to stand and do it? Nope.
On that topic of standing versus sitting, I found this new desk that I really want to give a try. They have those tabletop ones that are like sit-stand ones.
Ooh.
This is like the full table, and it goes all the way down to the ground, so you could sit cross-legged or like on a little mat or something, and then all the way up to standing too, so you could pick what level you need for that day or that moment.
That sounds fantastic. As I'm sitting here, I can't believe that we're going to be recording our last episode for the season. Can you believe it?
Oh, that is today. Oh my goodness. Season 2 in the book. I feel like I just need to settle in with my drink and get into this episode.
I have my rooibos tea here with me. I'm sitting very still so my bottom doesn't hurt me. Hey ho, let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to Tea and Tales. I'm Madeleine now.
And I'm Sarah Sampson. We want to thank you all for tuning in each week and for supporting our podcast. We especially want to thank the blogger My Favorite Things and T.S. Petterman. Thank you for joining us each week.
We like to plan our seasons in advance, and it was so funny actually how this season played out, because we started with a book bingo. And today we're going to end with a rejection bingo. And the more I thought about today's episode, the more excited I got. Because, okay, well, how ironic is this? Like, have you ever gotten excited about rejections or passes? I can't think that writers get excited, but I'm super excited right now.
What's exciting about it is the recognition, realization we all go through the same thing. I love games.
Yay! My favorite thing.
This one, I just might win. Like, when we did the book bingo at the beginning, I was like, I am not going to win this.
Sarah is competitive today.
I have been querying 2 different books in the last 12 months. And so I have rejections of all kinds. And I am excited to see if they fall in with our rejection bingo. Or I like to call it pass letters, but we'll call it rejections today.
You know what, actually, while I was going, because naturally I had to go through all my rejections that I got to see whether it would actually fit with a bingo, which ones would. If I received a rejection letter, I printed it out and I pasted it on my wall, but I haven't really looked at it. And so it was actually quite fun to look at it again, because I think the biggest thing is the rejection bingo that we're going to play now, all their wording. So funny how many agents actually use the same template. And I was just like, that's hilarious.
Or say something very similar and that was a form rejection.
Right? But here's my thing also, like you have agencies that say like, if we don't get back to you in 12 weeks, like it's an automatic rejection. And then I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, sure, but I would rather just receive like a general form rejection. I'm fine with that. Just give me something. So, and then some of the agents are very kind and they have like this whole 2 paragraphs of like, don't stop following your dream and no. And I was just like, no, like that would have been a lot quicker.
Just say no and let me move on with my life. Thank you very much.
Right, exactly. So, Sarah, do you have your dice with you?
I do, and our dice today is my husband's newest. It's a purple and blue rainbow dice. It is gorgeous. I'll be rolling it off camera, but I promise you I am not cheating. I just don't really have the ability to point the camera down each time. That would make everybody dizzy. And I am not about that life. So if you are looking for the rejection bingo, Nell will be putting it up on all of our social medias and our website so you can play along or you can play later with your friends, maybe at a writer's
This
meeting or
group,
something. Throw a little
exactly.
spice into your meetings. We're starting with lucky number 14.
Number 14, the word unfortunately. I most definitely have one of those.
I don't know if I can pick one. I'm in my Gmail where I send all my query letters from, and it's connected to
Mhm.
my query tracker, so all the responses come to it. And typing in, unfortunately, I have 5 that come up right off the bat.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, so mine was like, Dear Nell, thank you for your query letter for my title. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm unable at this time to consider representation, but I wish you the best with your work. Okay, your shot. Go, go, go.
All right, so this one is coming from a rejection on December 16th. It says, thank you for thinking of me. Unfortunately, I don't believe that I'm a match for this project at present.
Beautiful. Love it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. You're okay. You're not a match,
Unfortunately, we each have one of those.
unfortunately.
Alrighty, next one.
Next one, 12.
12. Okay, so other agents may feel differently.
And this is one of my favorite lines,
Right?
honestly.
I have literally that wording in my query letter. I was just like,
What?
well, exactly. Well, except for other, it's another. I'm like, it's kind of feeling the same vibes. Okay, so mine says, thank you for your query and sample pages of title. Unfortunately, oh, there's an unfortunately as well. I don't
Uh,
feel this is the right fit for my list at the moment, so I have to pass. Keep querying. Another agent might feel differently.
it's like they're trying to tell you it's just my personal preference in another wording.
Exactly. I love it. I'm like, go for it. I love to see how different agents approach you differently. It's my most favorite part. Do you have
Yeah.
one?
This is a long letter. Whew, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. So I'm trying to find where in it actually says these words.
I highlighted mine. Like honestly, like
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's in the last paragraph. Okay.
okay.
So this is a rejection that I got in February 12th. I'm only going to jump to the last paragraph and just read that bit. Please do try to keep this one no, in quotations even, in perspective. This is a highly subjective business, and while this is a pass from me, another agent may well feel differently. Ooh, she added a word.
Ooh, living on the edge there.
She was a little bit more descriptive.
Right? Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, next number.
Well, now we got to find one that you don't have that I have.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, they're so common. Oh, 2.
Not the right fit. Alrighty. I'm loving this one.
Oh.
Let's see if I have it. Let's see if I have it. Ha ha! Okay, I have one. Thank you so much for your query. I read your pages with interest, but unfortunately, again with the unfortunately, your manuscript isn't the right fit for me. I'm going to pass, but I hope you'll keep me in mind should you find yourself with a new manuscript to query. Stay well, and thank you again for sharing your work with me.
Aw, how sweet.
Right? Kind, professional. That's how we like it.
I feel like all of these are saying basically the same thing.
Exactly. But I think for authors, when you do query, I think you should just look at it in a positive way. And I think that was the most eye-opening moment for me when I was doing acting. And I couldn't understand why the director didn't pick me. Because I was like, I am perfect for this role. What do you mean? Like, you didn't pick me, you picked someone else. Until I actually took a directing class. And then we had to do production and we had to cast our own people. And as I'm sitting there, it's like, either you kind of have an idea of what you want in your mind, and as the people audition, you're like, okay, yeah, I can see how this works, so yeah, I can see how that works. But then you literally just get this person that comes in, and it's not anything at all that you expected from the character. It's not anything at all that you wanted for that character. But this person just gives such a performance that you're just like, oh my gosh, yes, that is what I want. Well, that is what I want that I didn't know I wanted. It made just so much more sense for me. And so this is the exact same thing. Like, and I think any reader can be the same. Like sometimes a book just doesn't gel with you. Sometimes they do. Sometimes a character just doesn't gel with you. Sometimes they do. And that's all that the agent means. It doesn't mean that you're a terrible writer. It doesn't mean that your characters are horrible. It doesn't mean that your storyline is terrible. It just means that they're not vibing with it, which is perfectly acceptable for them to feel.
You said something we have heard from an agent almost verbatim, where you said, I didn't know this was what I was looking for, but it is. I just didn't know I needed it until I read it. And then I'm like, I need this. And that's when I pick it up. So you have to find that agent who's passionate. But when you get letters and they say, this project is not the right fit for my list at this time, I appreciate you thinking of me. That was my rejection letter from March of this year. It just means they're not passionate about what they looked at, what they saw, and
Exactly.
either go find the right one or go back and review that query letter. Maybe your query letter isn't as punchy and exciting as you know your manuscript could be.
Absolutely. Alrighty, next one.
Next one, here we go. 4.
Or, not the right agent. It's a good one. That is a good one. Thank you so much for giving me a chance to consider your work. Unfortunately, again, I don't believe I'm the right person to represent it effectively. I'm not going to read the rest, but yeah, that was mine.
Yeah, that's basically the deal.
Yep. Yours?
See here. I actually have to dig a little bit deeper than the first 5 because I already used the first 3 that it came up with. And now I'm picking up things from like manuscript wish list, trying to tell us, if you hear these things, this is what you need to do. I have to win this episode. I have to. There's one. Okay. It's a little bit older.
Alrighty.
And it's for the other manuscript.
That's fine.
So this one says, see if this works.
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck finding representation with the right agent and good fortune in your writing.
I mean, I want to give it to you, but I feel...
Let me keep looking. I have a lot of them I haven't looked at yet. Okay, here's a better list. Let me look at these guys. It could be that I'm just not the right agent for this project. Yeah, there it is. It was from July of last year. I had to go back a little bit farther.
I gotcha. Alrighty.
I had to search long and hard for that one. I'm taking it. 13.
Okay. I give serious attention to every ... I receive. Alrighty. So, please know that I read all queries myself and consider each and every submission carefully. Unfortunately, again, I'm going to pass on asking to read the full manuscript of this book. I'm sorry. I wish you the very best in your agent hunt.
I think in those ones, they're just trying to bypass the people who think that you just started marking no, your inbox was too full. So I feel like people who get that concerned about whether they're actually reading your stuff or not need to realize that agents will reject things within a paragraph. They give it 5 seconds. You don't catch them in 5 seconds. That's the attention they're giving it, and they didn't just mark.
Someone must have said to them, you don't read my entire manuscript, so now they feel they have to put it into their template rejection letter.
It makes me wonder what sort of backlash people have given them, and that makes me feel really bad for an agent. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be really nice. I know you're doing your best, agent. I'm not one of those.
Exactly. But the fact that you actually just send me a formal rejection or just like a general rejection, I'm like, thank you. Like, I appreciate that more than whatever's on the words, like, honestly.
This one I had to go a little bit farther back too. It's February of 2024.
Okay.
Please know that I read all my queries myself and consider each and every submission carefully. Unfortunately, I'm going to pass on this. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so similar to mine. That's hilarious. We literally just realized that we have the same agent for this one.
That just means that they're a very liked agent and fit different genres. And I am going to bleep out that agent's name because we're not going to put any agents on blast in this episode. We love our agents. We appreciate all of them. So sorry. And you're going to have to get your own rejection letters to see if yours match.
From that person. That was hilarious.
Okay. Next, roll dice. 5.
Ooh. Sorry, I don't have better news. I had to search long and hard for this one. I was like, who says that? First of all, but I was like, I really had to search long and hard for this one, but I did find it. Okay, so mine says, thank you for sending me the manuscript and for your patience while I read it. Your premise made me excited to read and I enjoy this manuscript. However, I'm just not passionate enough to move forward with making an offer. I'm sorry not to have better news. While this wasn't a perfect match for me, I encourage you to submit to other agents as one of them may feel differently. I wish you the very best with all your publishing endeavors. This was actually a person who asked for my full. So that was actually nice. It was nice, but it wasn't nice. If you query an agent and they reject you from your querying, then that's fine. But if they ask for a full, I would accept expect a little bit more of feedback from an agent to be like, this is why I didn't like it, not just say I didn't like it, because they actually wanted the full manuscript. I was kind of disappointed by both my fulls that I got for this manuscript, because I was just like, neither of them really said anything. I just got like a formal rejection. I was like, that's fine for like a first, but when someone asks you a full, I kind of expect more. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Well, I am going to have to bow out on this one because I have a lot of them that say I'm sorry. I have one of them that's very, very close, but I don't feel like it's close enough. It was on a request that I got 4 pages. She said,
mm-hmm.
I truly appreciate the opportunity to consider this work, and I'm sorry it didn't work out. So close, but not
Yeah,
quite. Not quite.
yeah,
And I don't think anybody said I don't have better news to me, but they do say things a little bit more personal like that when they've actually read more than just the submission packet, when they've actually
true,
requested pages and had hope in it and then decided it wasn't for them. That's when
yeah,
you start to see things a little bit more
personal.
personal and worded in that way.
Very true, very true. That's
Gotta
what I
make sure I
guess.
write Nell's name on number 5.
The sigh. Oh my goodness. The six crossings right now.
All right, number 8.
8. Okay. Didn't find myself immersed. So this one was difficult because who uses immersed anymore? I don't feel that's
Right.
a word people use. Okay, is what I'm saying. So it's like I have one, but I don't have one. So now Sarah can be the judge to be like, ugh, no, you're not gonna, it doesn't count. So
Mhm.
what I have is, it's a wonderful story, but unfortunately I didn't fall in love with this draft as much as I would need to take on the project.
Like, I feel like the wording means the same thing.
Let's hear what you have to say, and then we can go back on
Hmm.
that.
Mine says same thing. It kind of missed the word. It says, while I found the concept intriguing, the story didn't grab me as I had hoped it would.
Okay, I feel we both then can get a point, just to even it out, because I feel it was kind of in the same mindset.
Yeah, yeah. We'll give it.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. What do we got next, Mr. Dice? 10.
10. I've gone through your material. Ooh. Alrighty. Number
We're getting
10.
into some more specific wording here.
Right? Thank you so much for sending your query and opening pages, which we've now had a chance to review. Look at Sarah.
I
She's like,
mean, it means I've gone through your material,
is what I'm saying.
but I've got thank you for the chance to consider manuscript name. I've
Mm-hmm.
gone through your materials, and I'm sorry to say
Oh, fine,
I'll pass
fine,
at this time.
fine. You can have it.
I got exact wording on this one. I'm sorry.
You got the exact words. It's fine.
Yes, it's not
Oh
often
my
I
gosh.
get something you don't know. It's just I have to be proud of myself.
Oh my gosh. Fine. I'll give it to you. I'll be the better person.
I also almost feel like this is agent roulette.
Exactly.
7. I was hoping it was 6.
I want one. I like
7.
one. Okay. Okay. I have decided to pass. That's very easy because everybody says it. Okay, so I'm sorry, but your project does not sound like a fit for me at this time, and so I will have to pass. Thank you for considering me, and best of luck with your future queries. Short and sweet.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I like the longer ones where they're more explanatory, et cetera, et cetera. At the same time, I kind of like when they're short and to the point because then I'm not reading 6 paragraphs.
Exactly. Alrighty, what's yours?
Okay. So again, it's a long letter, so I've got to find the exact wording.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably in the first paragraph. Actually, this one says, I have decided to bow out instead of pass. Let me see if I can find a different one.
Interesting. Yeah, I've also had an agent who said bow out. I'm gonna bow out. Dab. Are you telling me you don't have a pass? People just bow out on you, they don't pass on you.
They just bow out on me. I have it 5 times, but no actual pass. Okay, it's close. It's close. We'll see if you let it through. I'm sorry, but your project does not sound like a fit for me at this time, so I will have to pass.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, there we go. See, Nell was all prepared. She went through everything and found her stuff before this started. I decided to wing it and just be a surprise.
Yeah, see, Panzer, not a complete plotter, but mostly plotter.
And that is how you tell the difference between people. I knew I could do this search on my emails, so I just didn't bother.
Yep, yeah, I hear you.
I already did that one. Apparently, this dice has favorite numbers. 16? Have we done 16? No.
We haven't. But okay, so 16 is I'm going to decline. I don't have anything that says I'm going to decline.
Oh, so
My
this could
agent,
be a win.
my agents aren't that professional. They're just like, dab, pass.
Decline. I'm going to decline. Ooh, okay, let's see. This is an agent I haven't done anything from yet. What
Okay.
is it that she says? Okay, see if you let this pass.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to read manuscript, which I have carefully considered but decided to decline.
Yeah, that works. That works. I'll give it to you.
Okay, because it says it doesn't have going in there, but it does say,
Yeah, it has the word decline in it. I think that was kind of the important one.
if you take out the careful, there's another carefully considered there and there too. So, oh my goodness, did I just win a game now?
Yell it out.
Bingo!
Look at you.
Okay, this is great. So 4, 8, 12, and 16. That is my
Look at
bingo.
you. Look
It
at
was
you.
close though. If you'd had 16, it'd have been a tie.
I know, right? Congratulations, Sarah. Woo! Confetti. That's not here.
Woohoo! That's fantastic.
So yeah, I think as authors, you know, we go through so much and we do get despondent so many times. So I think if we can find the joy and the fun in parts of writing and querying and all those things, then that will lift your spirits and that will make you look forward to writing again and querying again. Especially, I'm like, I want to query now because I want to do this again. Let's start with my new book and query my new book. So yeah, I had fun. And I think it is a great way for us to have ended the season.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. And the thing that I have to remember about these as well is sometimes in their rejection letter, they'll give you resources and things to go to just to make sure that you are on the track that you think you are on. And so even getting those rejection letters sometimes can bring you resources and thoughts and people and connections that you didn't have before you got the rejection letter. So it's all worth it.
100%. And so Sarah and I will be taking a little break and we will not be posting any episodes in the month of June. We'll be back on June 30th.
The first week of July does start on a Tuesday, so we decided to go ahead and post on that Monday, which is June 30th, but it's considered the first week of July for us.
Exactly. So yeah, but we'll still be on social media. We'll still be posting reels from our season that we have done. And then we look forward to seeing you in the new season.
We like to keep it short here on Tea and Tales. Get your fingers back on that keyboard and your pens back on paper.
And if you love what we're doing here and you loved playing bingo with us, then go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at Tea and Tales Podcast. And on Twitter/X or TikTok at Podcast Tea Tales. And go to that purple icon on your device and give us 5 stars and comment and share and everything so that we can go up, 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 up to the top.
Happy writing.
Bye.